You're watching VNN Vision News Network. We're bringing you the latest news from Belmont University.
And exclusive access to some of the biggest events around Nashville. Let's bring you up to speed on some of the stories you'll see today on VNN.
I'm Alexander. One of Nashville's most powerful leaders sat down exclusively with VNN, and her message to Belmont students as finals approach may surprise you.
Students gathered together in the lobby of Inman to pack gift boxes for children all over the world who wouldn't otherwise receive Christmas gifts.
And Jason Saida gets amped up with Noah Klibanoff of the band Lobby Language in our new series, Rig Review.
Welcome to our November edition of VNN. We're your hosts, Sarah Scannell and Zach Gilchrist.
But first, Caroline Cathy is here with the Belmont Buzz, a roundup of the biggest headlines around campus this month.
Thanks, Zach and Sarah. Following an investigation from the Division of Student Affairs, Belmont's Alpha Tau Omega chapter is no longer recognized by the university, leaving just one IFC fraternity on campus. However, the fraternity has appealed the decision. Provost Dr. Thomas Burns said ATO is, quote, found to be in violation of several university policies related to community conduct and campus behavior for student organizations, and repeated violations of university policies over the last several years factored into the decision as well. ATO National CEO Wynn Smiley said he was, quote, troubled by the reason given for the fraternity getting kicked off campus. Dr. Burns said he was aware that the decision against the fraternity would upset people, but that the university's top priority is always student safety. A new process for course registration for the spring is particularly affecting students in honors, nursing, and students with disabilities. The process involves small groupings based on earned credit hours. These plans were set in place after registration sites crashed 2 days in a row last year. Associate Provost and Dean of Students Dr. Jeffrey Bergen tendered his resignation earlier this month, according to an email sent out by Dr. Burns. In the meantime, Dr. Burns will take over Bergen's role overseeing the Division of Student Affairs. Back to you, Zach and Sarah.
The opioid crisis in America has turned into an epidemic, with President Trump even declaring it a national health emergency.
VNN's Caitlin Alexander sat down with Nashville Mayor Megan Barry in an exclusive interview to talk about the crisis and how it has affected her personally.
The opioid epidemic is not being talked about enough, and VNN is leading the discussion. We sat down with Nashville's Mayor Megan Barry as she opened up about the loss of her son and what more can be done.
You know, opioids have always been a problem, but what you've seen over the last several years is a dramatic increase across our country in opioid deaths and overdoses.
According to the CDC, 33,000 Americans died in 2015 from overdose, and college students are the highest abusers of all prescription drugs.
You know, it's interesting, you know, in my own life, my son recently passed away about 3 months ago from an opioid overdose. So Max was a college student, and the drug that he took was Xanax. You know, Max had various drugs in his system, and not any one drug killed him. It was the combination.
Belmont has taken steps to keep students safe. Campus security, along with nurses on campus, are giving training to students who want it.
And we want to be proactive about things, so we got the training through our health department and pharmacy.
Now, I really commend Belmont for the fact that they are making Narcan available to folks who can then save a life.
She also wants to avoid locking the problem away.
You wouldn't take somebody who's having an appendicitis attack to jail. You'd get them treatment.
The mayor hopes by talking openly about her own experience, others can be saved.
One of the things that I think is the most difficult for families is to actually say, we are experiencing this. But I can tell you, since Max died, the number of people who have come up to me and shared their own personal stories has been overwhelming.
Caitlin Alexander reporting from downtown Nashville for VNN.
Our thanks to Caitlin for that story.
Operation Christmas Child has delivered more than 135 million holiday gift boxes around the world for the past 25 years.
This year, Belmont students are coming together once again for box packing parties to help children in need. Harrison Baldwin has the story.
I'm Harrison Baldwin, and I'm here in the lobby of Inman, where students from Belmont are packing gift boxes for children all across the world who wouldn't otherwise receive Christmas presents.
Operation Christmas Child is a worldwide opportunity to pack shoe boxes with hygiene items and toys and have them sent literally around the globe every Christmas season.
In its third year at Belmont, Operation Christmas Child has already become a beloved campus tradition as a way to help others during the Christmas season.
I think it means that there's still a lot of good left in people. It's a way to give to other people, especially because the Christmas season is all about giving.
Belmont Student Government Association plays a large role in supporting this campus tradition.
So SGA's specific role is to kind of be a starter for other organizations on campus. And we really want to encourage other organizations to come to us to ask questions, how do we get involved?
The real reason so many students participate in Operation Christmas Child is because of the impact it has on the children.
I like to think that it means to them that someone out there cares about them, and it hopefully confirms their faith.
The festive box packing parties are rewarding for Belmont students, but for the children who open them, they can be life-changing.
So it has a real impact. I was able to travel to Colombia, South America with Operation Christmas Child a couple years ago. And when you see the smiles on the faces of those children and their families, it's something you never forget.
I'm Harrison Baldwin reporting for VNN from the Inman lobby.
Now we'll go to Shelby Vandenberg for a special edition of Broom Blitz, including an exclusive interview with the newest Bruin on the roster, women's basketball coach Bart Brooks.
Welcome to the Broom Blitz, where we bring you up to date on the latest games and news in Belmont sports. I'm your host, Shelby Vandenberg. Basketball season is in full force. Tonight, the men's team plays Vanderbilt in the home opener at 6:30 p.m. They are ranked number 7 in the country by Basketball Times, just a few spots below basketball powerhouses Duke, Notre Dame, and Gonzaga. The Lady Bruins play their first home game against Fort Wayne at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Both teams are picked to finish first in the conference this season. VNN was given exclusive access to the Lady Bruins and their head coach, Bart Brooks. This is Brooks' first year on the job. He talks about the challenges that lie ahead and how much talent his roster has this season.
As a team, when we came together, started practice the first week of October, we've just really been working hard. And the transition hasn't been as smooth certain days as others, but ultimately our will and our desire to win and to be really good has trumped everything. So our players are ready for this challenge.
We have 10 returners, and I think that having 10 returners means that no matter what we're running, no matter who's in front of us, that we can come out every night and compete. And that's what you're going to see from us this year.
We're not satisfied with how we ended last year, even though it was an amazing season, but we're ready for more, and we're expecting more, and we're working for more.
We have a lot of talent on the roster. We have a really talented group of young ladies, and we have players who have played a lot of basketball coming back, but we also have players who haven't played as much who are going to play a bigger role because they're more seasoned and they're more experienced in the college game.
I try not to think about all the lasts that are coming and just trying to be in the moment and be present because I can get really sad if I start thinking about everything being the end, but I'm just ready to have a great year with my best friends and just go out and play and just have the time of my life.
I believe in this team, and I believe in the people that are suited up next to me, and I think that it's going to be a fight till the very end.
It's just going to be a great experience to share my journey as a first-year head coach with the people in our locker room, because I love those people, and I couldn't think of a better group to share this experience with.
That is all for the Broom Blitz today. I'm your host, Shelby Vandenberg. Go Bruins!
VNN's audio manager, Jason Saida, met with Belmont student Noah Klibanoff, frontman for the band Lobby Language, for an in-depth look at his guitar setup in our brand new series, Rig Review.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jason Saida here with VNN for Rig Review. I'm here today with Noah Klibanoff of Lobby Language. How you doing, Noah?
I'm doing good today. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for coming in to your own room.
Yeah.
And showing us your rig. What do you got for us today?
My main rig, my main amp consists of a Silvertone 1485 from 1965. The other amp in that system is a Fender Frontman 212R.
Okay.
Use it mainly to kind of get a little bit more bite and treble and attack kind of.
Tell me about your board.
Well, I guess I'll just go in the order of signal flow. So I feel like it's a mainstay on most boards, but I have a tuner pedal, Boss TU3 up top.
Of course.
Always important to stay in tune. Out of that, we're running into a MXR micro amp boost pedal. If I need a little extra punch from anything, I hit that on. Out of that, we come into a Digitech Whammy 4. Running out of the Digitech, we're coming into probably the pedal that's been on my board the longest, which is the Electro Harmonix Big Muff Pi.
Mm-hmm.
And out of that, we're coming into the Joyo California Sound. out of that, we're running into my overdrive sound, which is a full-tone OCD. We come into an MXR Phase 90. We come into a quite unique pedal towards the end of my chain.
That's the Jack White pedal.
That is the Jack White pedal. It is the Third Man Bumble Buzz made by Union Tube and Transistor. And then finally, we come into the Boss PS6 Harmonist, which was the most recent addition. Yeah, that's my board.
Sweet. You mind showing us something?
Sure.
Let's hear something.
Here's something. Sure. I'll just take you through pedals.
All right.
So we're going through the Silvertone right now. So that kind of straight ahead rock sound, that's pretty much on the whole set.
So real quick, tell me about your guitars.
Guitars, well, this is my main axe that I use on stage. Most of the time it's the one that has kind of lived through the life of this band. It's a Fender Jag Stang. This one, it's a Gretsch G5622T. I don't think it really has a model name, it just kind of came that way.
Great. Well, thanks so much for taking us through your rig, Noah.
No problem.
I'll get over here. Come
on.
Any messages for the fans?
I guess this is the part where I plug. Yeah, I'm in a band called Lobby Language. We have an EP out now called Get Away With It. It's on Spotify, iTunes, and every other music platform that we could afford to put it on. And we have CDs, so come to a show. Follow us on Facebook. It's just Lobby Language, spelled like it sounds. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching Rig Review. I'm Jason Saida. See you next time.
For an extended version of Rig Review and behind-the-scene clips, head to BelmontVision.com.
Thanks for watching VNN. We'll leave you with a song from the winner of the 2017 Urban Pop Showcase, Jake Wesley Rogers.
So what was playing an Urban Pop Showcase like?
Doing it was more than I could have ever asked for, and it was weird being on such a big stage because I'm used to like tiny little venues or the band's really close and sweaty. But once I got past that, I had a good time.
So then what was it like winning Urban Pop?
Pretty surreal, I guess. I mean, I didn't expect anything. When I sent my songs, I was like, I don't know if these are even pop songs. I don't know. Like, so the whole thing just kind of blows my mind.
And I would do it all over. I would lose it all again if I knew that you were waiting in the end. You're evergreen. I'm feeling warm in the winter time.
See you next time on VNN.